Hi. I can use the mic with this phone. Let's see. I'll turn on the microphone so you guys can hear me better. And it'll be crystal clear. I need to buy a new mic setup. Or try to use the one I already got. Let's see if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Okay, y'all can hear me. Now they're caught up to the mic. Okay, so now we are, of course I don't say dates, but we're on midday reset. And hi guys. See, I'm in deep thinking mode. Today we're gonna switch it up just a little bit. And because I need to reset myself. And think about switching my business model. Because the way that we run the spa now is we are appointment based. So anyone who comes into the spa, they have to have an appointment. We take walk-ins as well, but we really use the walk-ins to fill up the esthetician schedule. However, I feel like we have so many processes and systems in place in order to make sure people show up for their appointments the day before, and a lot of times we always end up with people not showing up versus us just opening up the business model and allowing, because we're fast enough to do more than what we are scheduled for, but we allot for people's time and for their schedules for their appointments. But we're thinking about switching it to a walk-in based model where people come, we got a whole lobby, we have a whole seating area, and people can come in and just book their appointments. But we are going back and forth about the people who want to book an appointment and they've been coming here for a very, very long time because we want to be able to handle more business. And right now, like, we are booked to the hilt. Like, we could not take for the rest of the weekend. We can't take another appointment even if we wanted to because the appointments are literally stacked on top of each other. But the caps business. So we're really in the space of changing the business model, because the answer most people will say is, well, just hire more people. The question is, well, not the question, but it's hiring competent people who actually have the skill set to provide a high quality service. That's different from just hiring people. So I'm going to think about changing the business model. Does anybody that's in here go to spas or go? I'm pretty sure you guys do, because you wouldn't be here in here watching the videos. Hi, how are you? How do you go to med spas and have different appointments, and what are you guys thinking about? Because when I go get my nails done, they don't allow appointments, and it's like 35 million people that work there, and it's enough business for them all to make money. They don't allow appointments. They just have employees, and they're available. And then you have where I go get my hair done. I've been getting my nails done there because it's right by my house for years, and I know my nail tech. But and then you have, because I personally can't take the appointment model for nails because they take too long. So I go in there, get my nails done. He's usually fast, quick, great quality nails, and I'm done. Um, so I'm not an appointment girly when it comes to getting nails done. I personally utilize a lot of walk-in. Only in America you need appointment. You guys don't do. Where are you from? Where do you? And maybe that's why, because the Africans, the Asians, they do not do appointments. Where are you from? Ooh, that was painful. Doing that little tie back. Where are you from, Debta? Great quality. They did a great job. Look at this. Look at this. No issues at all. No issues. No issues. And I love them people. When I go down there and get my hair done, I lived in 3 countries, only American appointments. I think I'm pretty sure I'm getting to the point where we, or it'll be certain employees that will be only available for walk-ins, but yeah, because my business has never gone over a certain cap because of the appointments. And a lot of times people don't show or don't come to the appointments. How did you, because I'm asking you your opinion, because I know my experience with walk-ins. My favorite nail tech, even if I have to wait for them, I'm gonna wait. I sit there, I watch TV, I usually play on my phone, and I'll literally sit there and just wait. Even for my hair, y'all, I love this Jamaican lady. Well, she works at the African hair braiding place, but she's Jamaican, and she braided my hair, and she's been braiding it since I've been growing it out. I sat there and waited for that lady for hours to be done, so she could do my hair, and it turned into an all day thing. And I didn't really care because I like how she does the work. So complaining about the appointments and just seeing how we're going to go forward with doing business. And I guess this is the business talk today. But granted, a lot of my clientele are professionals. In America, you need a doctor to come and get a checkup. In India, you can just go and get your checkup. But how long do you wait? How long do you sit and wait? See, that's the thing. People they don't want to wait, but they want you to be available for them. And I'm gonna test it out with these new employees. I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna test it out because we are a larger spot. We are not an individual where you can just sit and wait. We have strict open and close hours. Somebody is always here, regardless of what's going on. And I think that we are set up properly, that we can handle the walk-in traffic and people being available to do the services. Now, if you want to go to a specific person, you're gonna have to wait, and that just is what it is. But she says they just go one by one. Oh my God, India, one by one, that's a long time for sitting. And I usually come back if they're super busy and a lot of people waiting on that one person. I usually come back. I usually come back. And I think we're gonna get this a try. So these new people that we have coming in, they're gonna be on straight walk-ins. Straight absolute walk-ins. No, I am not. I am a laser technician and I am a master esthetician. I've been an esthetician for since 2009. I was about to say 16 years. It's probably longer than that now, since 2009. General health checkups take around 5-10 minutes for one person. Really? How many doctors do they have in each clinic? Please, I love this. Please, how many doctors do they have in one clinic? So this is my midday reset today, y'all. We can talk about skincare too, but I'm really talking about just resetting our business model so that way we can take on more clients because we can't. And it's not cute and it's not funny and we lose clients because we can't take in more people. Depta, how many doctors are using in one clinic? So if you're just joining us, I am talking about my own midday reset today where we are considering tweaking our business model so that way we can they have doctors take more appointments and we're losing money because we can't find high quality staff to book out for appointments. However, we are fully booked and I just need better. Yeah, we're in the thick of it. I'm just figuring out how we're going to do this. These are the things that go through in business. And most people probably want to share this stuff in real time, but I don't care. I really don't care if my competitor down the street know that, you know. So all of those doctors inside of one clinic, you said it take 10 minutes for one person. Hmm. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Another thing that a client and I were speaking about is the newest treatments for chemical peels, the newest. So trust me, I can tell you exactly how it works in India. And trust me, doctors, they make good money. So they make good money, huh? I bet they do. Yeah, I gotta, because I hate that feeling, like not being able to take new people, because you lose people. They could see all your advertisements, they could see your face, they could see your content everywhere, and then when they try to book an appointment, they can't because there's nothing available. So it's like you're doing all this work for nothing, because then you end up not getting a customer, and you put out all this content, going on live every day at 2 o'clock, paying for ads. You're doing all of these things, but you still cannot. That's a bad problem too. And I feel like we kind of always have that problem off and on. We're gonna talk about skin too. We're at the 15-minute mark. Thank you so much for your insight, Depta. I really appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe too, so you can get notifications when I go on live. But thank you so much for your insight. You say you live in 3 countries. What do you do for a living that you move around that much? Are you a remote worker that allows you to move around that much? There's a good doctor. One doctor gets around. No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. 100 to 150 patients per day as a doctor. Somebody getting misdiagnosed. That's that's wild. That's wild. Unless the nurses is kind of like doing all the preliminary figuring out what's going on, why you choking, why you bleeding in this spot. Excuse me. And then the doctor just comes in and checks over. That's wild. Some doctors do more than 200, and then the doctor comes in and see if their recommendations are correct. But I think that's wild. One doctor doing that many people in a day. If they did that many patients in a day here in America, they would. Okay, they do not. Any doctor that's doing too many, they can't handle 20 here probably. They probably cannot handle 20, 30 patients a day. I doubt it. I absolutely doubt it. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. If you're just joining us, we're talking about like different business models. And Deptos, who's in the chat, is telling us about how it works in India and 3 other countries they live in. Said that in America, it's the only place that they do appointment based for everything. Yep. Working. Okay. It's called a hurry up. I used to call that hurry up and wait, where you want people to all rush, like at the courthouse here. They will schedule everybody at basically the same time, and then everybody runs and rushes to the courts because if you're not there when they call your case, they'll throw your case out and you'll lose the case automatically, right? But I call it hurry up and wait because they make every single person run to the court at one time. And once you get there, y'all all sitting and waiting for your turn to be called. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's a complete disrespect for people's time. And I know why people like appointments. So let me tell you how things are. Oh, let me know. I wonder if I could just add you in on this live instead of you texting all this stuff. I don't think I can though. Maybe next time. Well, let's see. Nope. Q&A. Nope. It's not like on the other one. I think next time I could enable it and I'll start enabling so you guys can come in and you can talk so you don't have to text so much. Yeah, tell us exactly how it works. So yeah, we are gonna do some type of hybrid of a walk-in because I'm waiting for the text and letting me know. And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna look up these new chemical peels that they're having. There's a particular visiting hour, supposedly 9 in the morning to 9 in the evening. So then what do? If you're not in the door by a certain time, they don't see you, or do when at 5 o'clock they just stop and they don't see people past 5 o'clock? I need a third. Oh, okay. 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 So basically the same thing we do here, but our doctors are not doing 200 appointments a day. Everybody being a lawsuit. Every, that's wild. That's absolutely wild. Yeah, that's wild. Okay. So that's my little reset of the day. Just me resetting how see how I could accommodate more people because we're doing so much with content. It makes no sense to not put ourselves in a position to be able to accommodate more people. Last week alone, my impressions were over a million views across all platforms. So what I'm doing is working. What me trying and but it doesn't make sense to do all this work. You charge for normal checkups. Yeah, we're a med spa. We're a luxury med spa. We are not a regular doctor. We're not a doctor's office. We have a doctor that's on staff, but we're not a regular doctor's office. So we don't do injectables. We do laser treatments, which you guys saw me get a laser treatment. You can see my jawline. Ah. As well as skin. I have an active cyst right here. It's really, really deep, y'all. And it's really hard. And the only thing, like I did high frequency on this cyst, and it made it go down, but it's like a really, really hard knot, like or like node. I'm sorry, deeper in the skin, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's like really, it's like I feel like it's right on top of my skull. That's how deep it feels. But you guys remember, I have cystic acne, so that I have an active cyst right here. Only thing I can do is go to my dermatologist and get it injected. But it's going away because, like I said, the high frequency does make it go down, but it took it away. I can feel it. It's nowhere near the surface. It's really, really deep. So no, absolutely not. So yeah, we're gonna switch it up here. We're gonna do some little razzle dazzles around HueVine, and we're gonna do some walk-ins. You can sit, you can build your schedule, and then I'm just gonna advertise we're gonna do walk-ins because there's no reason. You know what? You know what? I don't really like working with influencers, and I know it's a good thing to get an influx of people to come into your business with influencers, but they the entitlement is wild for me. And it's nothing wrong with like if they have a following and people see them coming. But what one thing that I found with influencers, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong with influencers and excuse me, and getting beauty services, a lot of times they be going to a whole bunch of different places. So you may see them talking about a spa one week, and then you'll look up like 3 weeks later they be talking about a whole nother spa. Like, is it really good, or they just clearly paid you to come to their business, which is nothing wrong with it, but I think it doesn't weigh as it doesn't have the same weight as if they were constantly going to that spot over and over again. Now we got plenty of influencers that's already here, and maybe I open up a program for them, the ones that currently come here, and they are influencers. I know. I'm glad that you just said that because I think that's a good idea. What other ideas you got? I like you. Come on now. Come on. This is a turn into a whole midday reset for Danielle. What other ideas do you have? Because that's really good. I could offer it to my influencers that are already in my log. You see, I'm writing down your ideas, Depthus. I listen to people. Yeah. And then you know what? The influencers that come here that got like millions of followers, when they used to post about us, nobody would come. Like a couple people would come. Men don't do skincare that much. Yes, they do. We got a lot of male clients. We do. We have a lot of male clients that get their skin and they're serious about their skincare. They really do. They really are. But yep. So this is me figuring out exactly how we are going to go to the next level and have good quality estheticians here, because it's no way. There's no way. No way. To get 1 million views in 1 week, and we can't take a new client if we wanted to. If I don't stay over past 7 o'clock, we can't take a new client if we wanted to, y'all. We're having great problems here, HueVine. Great problems, but great problems lose you money. They lose you money. I never had as many views. Well, on YouTube, I always get a lot of views, but like I said, spread out over my socials, 1 million views in 1 week, never, never. And now I've had YouTube videos go viral, but in 1 week, great problem to have, and I'm gonna figure it out because I always do. So now let's go back to chemical peels, and thank you guys so much for that. If you have anything else to add, I'll come right back to it because that is what matters more. But let's look at this as far as getting new chemical peels inside of the spa, ones that are specifically made for my clients that are Indian, African, Black African American, as well as Mediterranean. I have Caucasian clients as well, which their skin is easier to work with because they are not susceptible to as much hyperpigmentation as African Americans and other ethnicities are. So we are looking for some newer alternatives for getting some peels done, for some chemical peels in the spa. And thank you so much. I really appreciate depth of the things that you told me because it did provide me insight of how we should move. So I take advice and insight from wherever I could take it from, because if it's already in alignment with, I'm disconnected from a lot of what goes on because I have my personal experiences and what I prefer, but just because I prefer it doesn't mean everybody else prefers that. So I do like to ask questions and get people's insight on how things are working. Just because I've been doing something a certain way for 16 years doesn't mean that I don't need to change. And I love changing. I don't care how we've been doing business. If we got to change it up in order to keep growing, I'm gonna do it. So I'm looking at finding, if you need information on your guy, he'll all the info you need. What's your what? Okay, so if you are you based in India? Where are you based at? I'm based everywhere. Oh no, get out of here. I'm based everywhere. You sound like one of the. I'm international. I'm international. What movie? Y'all remember what movie that was from? I'm international. No, don't say that. I play so dang on much. We need to find some. I'm gonna look. I want to take a trip over to Korea on our off time, and I think I will, to find some new products, new services. Your hometown is in India. What's the top chemical peel do you guys use there? African American skin, because African Americans have what? Not I won't speak blanketed, but here in America, the blacks, African Americans here are so many arrays of skin tones, and I am looking, and I feel like we match with Indian ethnicities at the same like array of colors. So, what's the top treatment that you guys are using there? That's legal. Yeah, yep. Indians and blacks have so many similarities in skin, the texture, the thickness of the skin, how it holds hyperpigmentation, as well as like all the hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone, dryness. Yep, there is no one black skin tone either. We are like the closest in family. So what do you guys use a lot for? You find that's like the most popular treatment in India for hyperpigmentation. Because I'm looking for new things to bring new things to the spa. I'm bored with the stuff we got. I'm bored. It's working, but I'm bored. I want some razzle dazzle. What y'all using over there? So I can buy some of it, try it on myself. And I already asked on my clients. They're like, you get some new stuff? Yes, I'm coming up here and trying it. Because they know I'm not gonna steer them wrong. So what y'all using in India? I can tell you everything related to skincare. Can you? Don't be in here trying to pull my tail now, because I'm gonna research everything you say. I'm not just gonna go for it. So what do y'all use in India? I could look on some Indian websites, but I want to know since we having this conversation. We might as well keep talking. Black people and Indian people, same skin. I don't care what anybody says. Same exact skin, same skin issues, hyperpigmentation, hirsutism. Oh, that's what's overgrowth of hair, dryness, dullness, texture issues, ingrown hairs, all the same issues. What's the biggest and the most popular thing that you see in India with hyperpigmentation that you guys are using? Let's see, let's get some new chemical peels around here. Because I know the one chemical peel brand that was super, super popular, it was called, what was it called? I see, that's what I use here, kojic acid. And our clients use kojic acid a lot, a lot. And it's in, see, kojic acid is the number, it is the lightener in this product. It's kojic acid based and glycolic. That's what we use. That's what I use on all my clients. Glycolic based everything. Our pads, these pads are glycolic based and kojic acid. Same, yep. So come on. I'm gonna open up a store over in India. That's where I need to be at. That's why I need to be opening up a store in India because same skin, same products, same great results. I have Indian clients here. We do use clays. You know what? But you know, the older I got away from using a lot of clays on my skin because I feel like they were making my skin overproduce oil. With the clay mask, like we have really, really good clay masks, and I don't sell it like that anymore, but it was really, really, really good. And I feel like it was just very, it was helping. It was kind of a little drying. Yep. So with the clay that we were using was, what was that clay called? The clay that I used to make it. It was, I forget which mud it was, but yeah, I need another peel. Tons of different clays for the skin. I bet you the spas in India are probably just like chef's kiss. Yeah, Aztec clays. Well, they use a lot here in America. Okay, so guys, let's talk more about peels. Thank you so much, Deptos. We're gonna talk more about peels, and as we have been talking about all this week, but I'm in the market now to get a newer peel, not because I want faster results, but I would like a more evening of the skin, meaning the tone will even out by itself without stacking it with other treatments. So that way, when I do stack it with other treatments, it will make the results even just absolutely better. What do you guys recommend? If you have any recommendations, if you are from outside, because I am looking at international markets as well, and not just pulling from American companies. This is really, really good. This looks like a good one. This looks like a good. Let's look at this company. Yeah, our moisturizer has lactic acid too. Same. We use all the same stuff in India that you guys use. Clearly, we're using the same stuff. So let's look at hyperpigmentation. Let's look at hyper. So today I did lightning, and it's called a platinum rejuvenation treatment, where she got laser hair removal done on her bikini area, and then she had stack treatment. So laser hair removal done on her bikini area, followed by diamond microdermabrasion to help with the skin tone as well as the texture. And that treatment in itself starts to pull out a lot of those really, really deep embedded ingrown hairs. I'll look that up. Really, really deep ingrown hairs. Followed by, we did a very light kojic acid peel for the hyperpigmentation. She has been getting those sessions for about 6 months now, and her vagina is very, very smooth. It is lightening up. The labia is still a little darkened, and that is what's causing me to say, you know what? Let's see if we can find some treatments that will get you a more even skin tone, not faster, but just a more evenness, because the pubic area is lightened. It's already smoother. Any of the old residual ingrown hairs are coming to the surface. The skin is nice and soft. She loves her results. She continues to get them. I wish I could show y'all that service, but unfortunately I can't, because it will be classified as pornography. Pornography for me teaching you guys certain things. I don't even try to put this stuff on the internet anymore. But the services that we offer here. And she is one of the darker skin tones. She is a skin tone 6. So meaning very dark, no hyperpigmentation from our work, which we're just using those services. And this is causing me to go out and see if I could find something. Thanks for that, Deptos. See if I could find like some alternatives to help my clientele. Deptos. Okay, so I'm gonna look that up too. I love helping people. I would whatever. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put my all into it. I don't do stuff just for money, and of course, I do it to take care of myself. But I genuinely enjoy my work. I enjoy that they get great results. I enjoy. I'll be 40 next year. Let me see. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna look up. Make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. Danielle HueVine on TikTok, because that's where I really post a lot of my content, my personal content at now, and I'll post it on Shorts too. But next year, okay, I'll look that up. Next year it's called in my pinnacle in my numerology. It's called my pinnacle, my personal year. It's almost the ending of my third pinnacle. I thought I would come out of my pinnacle. I'm not. I'm in my third pinnacle, and I'm almost coming out of my third pinnacle. But next year I have a personal year, and when I tell you it's personal, it's about to get very, very, very personal. I've already been choosing myself for a very long time. But when I say I'm gonna start choosing myself to the higher power, the highest power, it's something personal. It don't got nothing to do with nobody else. But it's something very, very personal. And I'm gonna take a lot of time for me. I'm going to do a lot of treatment for myself. I'm on the end of my third pinnacle. So that's numerology. That's not, yeah. I'm about to talk about stars and moons and all of that. No, that's when I came into this plane, space I came into this plane, and what that means. But we're gonna see, y'all. We're gonna go from there. Yeah, we use vitamin C too. Dude, let me tell you something. You swear you one of them people who say that you did everything and worked everywhere. I'm gonna look all the stuff up that you're telling me, and I'm gonna research it too. I'm gonna research it. But yes, I'm going into my third. I'm exiting my third pinnacle, and next year is a personal year for me. So when I tell you it's gonna get very, very personal, and my clients be on for the ride, because anything I start using, I bring back in the spa. Anything, any services, anything that I like or feel like it's a benefit to my clients, I'm gonna purchase it and I'm gonna bring it back into the spa. Me going to Korea and seeing what's over there and what I can do, and it's personal, and I'm gonna bring it back into the spa, regardless of what's going on. Yeah, I know it's so much to do with skincare. That's what I was saying. I'm gonna figure out some stuff for you know, figure out some new things, bring some newer things into the spas and some things that work, and go from there. And go from there, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go from there. I know. So we're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna get some new chemical peels into the spa. I'm gonna need some new services, and just it just is what it is. I'm sorry if I'm boring y'all today, but today is my reset, y'all. Today is me figuring out the next phase. Like I said, going into a personal year and just really personal development and feeling like what is the new phase of HueVine. We just got a really big contract, and I have to put us in a position to be able to accept more clients because of the new contract. So that's good. That's good. You should start a blog then. You should start a blog. You know what a Substack is? I've heard about it. I actually have Substack on my phone, but you can easily start a blog about skincare and about the things you know on Substack. I'm going to show you. So if you have information that you want people, and people could eventually end up like start paying you for it, but I'm subscribed to like this mindful journey one, and I think people pay for people's Substacks as well. With the my ADD won't allow it. Ow, my ankle. That was funny. My ADD won't let me do a Substack. That was real. That was real. That ADD. That ADD. Let me tell you something. When I do my TikTok videos, I sit there. I swear, I gotta. A lot of times, right? If y'all see me on TikTok or you see my shorts, I'm usually sitting right here because I dang near have to record all of them like right at that same time, back to back to back. So I'll record one, and I'll be like, oh, that made me think about something else. Then I record something else, and it's like I would get something in my head. Now you know I have so many jobs. You're funny. I'll make sure to follow you. But let me see. How do I follow you? Yeah, I'm about to add you as one of my moderators. Period. Okay. But then now you know I had so many jobs. Oh, I'm gonna put you in this one. That's really, really funny. But see, my ADHD got me. I'm like, what was I talking about? Okay. So okay. Okay. So when I record my TikToks, and usually y'all see me sitting in one spot and I record like 4 or 5 of them, same thing. I got to y'all, and I just gotta get it out my head. Whatever I'm thinking about, whatever subject is in my head, or whatever I just talked to my clients with in the back, and I gotta get it out and I gotta go for it. Because it's so much content in my phone. It's so much content in my phone that I don't even release or put out there because you just got promoted. Period. Okay. But yeah, it's so much content. When you got ADHD, you having so many ideas, so many things you want to do, so many programs you want to do, and you have to stick on a plan. And you have to make a plan with deadlines, and then you have to follow those deadlines and make sure you checking off the tasks that go under the subtasks that go under the main task that's going to get you to your results. Because if you have ADHD and you are not utilizing task lists with subtasks and with deadlines on them, you will be working on something forever and it will never get done. So me saying that I'm going to come here every single day at 2:00 and it's scheduled in my work schedule. It's scheduled, it blocks off the time on the spa schedule. Everybody knows that I'm going, don't ask me to do anything, don't ask me to go anywhere, because at 2:00, Danielle is going live. Today, it was about me. I didn't have nothing to sit and talk about as far as skincare or, yeah, the chemical peels. I was just talking to my client, excuse me, about it in the back, but I'm going to be here because when you have the mind of a dreamer, a person with ADHD, a person that thinks and has ideas and is fleeting like a butterfly, you come across as very aloof if you don't put them deadlines in them lists to your advantage. You'll never get anything done. ADHD is a superpower. It's a superpower. It is not a disability. It's a superpower. Your mind is working faster than the average person. Think about when Superman used to stand, I mean, a person used to stand there and Superman used to spin around somebody really, really, really fast. That's what your mind is doing when you have ADHD. But you have to utilize those lists and get them out there, because you could be a smart, aspirational, inspirational resource with all the ideas in the world, but you could still end up being a failure in capitalism because you are not organized. And it took me years to understand that, because I used to feel like me being organized was stifling my growth, when in actuality, it just provided room and provided space for my dreams to actually come true. Instead of me constantly, I'm going over here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You can't do that. I'm like, that's taken from me, a person who I took Adderall back in the day. I thought about going to get a prescription again, telling y'all my personal business. I don't care. It's the truth. It's not hurting me. It's just something that I deal with, but I stick to my list, and like, it's a list on the wall. It's a date over here. It's things that I have to do in order to get by. So you are fully capable of doing anything that you want to do, Deptos. If you want to do your own Substack, you just probably got to sit down and like bulk do them, schedule them out, which is easier said than done. But if you want it, you will do it. Or you schedule time. Like, I'm writing a book. I have to schedule time in order to write the pieces of the book. If I don't, that book will sit forever because I've had the idea forever. ADHD is a superpower. It is not. It is. People wish that they could think fast like you and me and everybody else that got ADHD. So anybody who walking around crying about themselves having ADHD, they just want attention, because people wish that they could think that fast and their mind could do the zip, 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 zip. They wish they could. So just know, you're a superpower hero, superhero. He said, "Now you see why I had so many dang on jobs." That was funny. That was funny. Oh, I like that one. Okay, let's see. Let's look at some new treatments. What are we gonna do? We're almost at 3:00, so we got 10 minutes left, guys. Not because I want to get off with you, but excuse me, I have a schedule to keep up with, and you guys know I always leave at around this time to go take my dog out. Professional hyperpigmentation treatments, they have lasers that are made for hyperpigmentation treatments. And I think that's what will be our next big investment. Instead of getting another topical where clients has to get serious, I think we're gonna take it up a notch. I think it's time for HueVine to really invest into a laser that's made specifically for hyperpigmentation. We have Skin Tighten, which is laser skin tightening. We have laser hair removal. We have diamond microdermabrasion. We have PDT therapy machines. We have a hydro facial machine. We have some radio frequency attachments on that machine as well. We have quite a bit of technology. However, it's time to get us into that game as well with some skin lightening treatments for our clients who have melasma. And because once you start getting into laser, once you start getting into chemical peels, when you have melasma, you have to keep getting them. You have to get a series of them, so it can get quite expensive. When you see people with melasma and they just kind of just don't do anything about it, or they just kind of let it go, is because it can get very, very expensive. That's why they'll go. Let's see. Yeah, I think we need to time to turn it up a notch. And you know where I go to turn it up a notch? Straight to the medical journals. Yeah, they don't use sunscreen as much as they should. And such as one off. Melasma can come from so many different things. It can come from being pregnant, and it's called pregnancy mass, which is melasma. It can be hereditary. I have a client who was given a series of chemical peels on her face, but her dad had that patch of hyperpigmentation on his face as well, and it was just something that she was constantly treating. And after close to $1,000 in treatments, she just decided she didn't want to get it done anymore, even though it had lightened up. You still run the risk of it coming back because it's an underlying issue. It's not just a one-time thing like, okay, I have hyperpigmentation from ingrown hairs, or um PIH, which is post-inflammation hyperpigmentation. I can do pills and take that off. Melasma isn't going to come back because it's like a mass. It's underlying. It's just a constant recurring issue until you get to more stronger treatment. So I understand where people are coming from, but just getting into a space where we can provide those treatments for those individuals for the long term basis, not just a chemical peel or a high strength chemical peel, which will give them a great result. Skin will be absolutely clear. However, they do run the risk of it returning. And it can return even with getting laser treatments, but that's is usually years down the line. Okay. So today was very insightful. Thank you guys so much for joining me for my midday reset, because I needed that. I needed these words of advice. I love them, and I will be taking them with me. And Deptos, please remember to check out Substack, and you can start Substack about how Black skin and African American skin is the same. So we should be sharing their treatments or something. I don't know, whatever you want to start it about. But you worked all them jobs for a reason. Take all that knowledge and put it into a newsletter. I'll subscribe. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for Midday Reset. And I will see you tomorrow, which is Friday.